The Great Wall of China, stretching over 13,000 miles, is an extraordinary historical marvel. Built over several dynasties, starting in the 7th century BC, its most famous sections were constructed during the Ming Dynasty, 1368-1644 AD. Rather than a single continuous wall, it consists of a series of fortifications made from earth, wood, bricks, and stone, designed to protect Chinese states from nomadic invaders, especially the Mongols. Millions of laborers, including soldiers, peasants, and prisoners, toiled on this colossal project, with up to 1 million deaths, leading to its nickname, the longest cemetery on Earth. Construction techniques varied over time. Early walls used compacted earth and wood, while later Ming-era sections used bricks and stone. The wall also regulated trade and immigration along the Silk Road. Watchtowers enabled rapid communication of enemy movements using smoke signals by day and fire by night. Despite its formidable appearance, it wasn't always successful, as Genghis Khan breached it in the 13th century. Today, the Great Wall stands as a testament to human ingenuity and determination, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a symbol of China's historical legacy. In 1720, the city of Marseille in France experienced one of the last significant outbreaks of the bubonic plague in Europe, known as the Great Plague of Marseille. The plague arrived with the Grand Saint-Antoine, a ship returning from the Levant, which, despite quarantine measures, managed to unload its cargo after bribing officials. The disease spread rapidly through the densely populated city, causing widespread panic and death. Within 2 years, around 100,000 people, or about half of the city's population, perished due to the plague and its aftermath. The outbreak led to drastic measures, including the construction of a massive containment wall around the city to prevent further spread. The city's economy was devastated, but in the years following, Marseille underwent significant sanitation reforms, which helped to control future outbreaks. The Great Plague of Marseille was one of the last major instances of bubonic plague in Europe, marking the end of an era of periodic catastrophic outbreaks that had plagued the continent for centuries. In the early 20th century, a Serbian-American inventor named Nikola Tesla conceived a groundbreaking idea, a global wireless communication system. Tesla envisioned transmitting information, including images and sounds, wirelessly around the world using a network of high-powered towers. He began constructing the first of these towers, known as the Wardenclyffe Tower, in Shoreham, New York, in 1901, with the financial backing of industrialist J.P. Morgan. Tesla's ambition was to create a world wireless system that would provide free electricity and communication to everyone on the planet. However, as the project progressed, Tesla's increasingly ambitious claims and the lack of immediate commercial applications caused Morgan and other investors to lose confidence. In 1906, funding was halted and construction of the tower ceased. Tesla continued to work on his wireless transmission ideas until his death in 1943, but the Wardenclyffe Tower was never completed and was eventually dismantled in 1917. Despite its failure, Tesla's vision laid the groundwork for modern wireless communication technology, including radio, television, and the Internet, demonstrating his profound influence on the technological advancements of the 20th century and beyond. During World War II, the British government orchestrated an elaborate deception campaign known as Operation Mincemeat, which successfully misled Nazi Germany about the Allies' invasion plans. In 1943, British intelligence officers dressed a deceased homeless man in a Royal Marine uniform, equipped him with a briefcase containing fake top-secret documents suggesting the Allies would invade Greece and Sardinia rather than the actual target, Sicily. They released the body off the coast of Spain, where it was recovered by Spanish authorities and eventually passed to the Germans. The Germans, convinced by the authenticity of the documents, redirected their forces to the suggested locations. This diversion was a significant factor in the success of the Allied invasion of Sicily, contributing to the subsequent downfall of Mussolini's regime in Italy. Operation Mincemeat was a masterpiece of wartime subterfuge, demonstrating the strategic value of misinformation and showcasing the ingenuity of Allied intelligence operations during the war. In the early 20th century, one of the most fascinating and lesser-known episodes of espionage unfolded during World War I with the enigmatic figure of Mata Hari. Born as Margaretha Zell in 1876 in the Netherlands, she transformed herself into an exotic dancer and courtesan under the stage name Mata Hari, which means Eye of the Day in Malay. Her allure and connections with high-ranking military officers across Europe made her a prime candidate for espionage. In 1916, she was approached by French intelligence intelligence and agreed to spy on Germany. However, her dual life as an entertainer and a spy made her susceptible to suspicion. By 1917, the French accused her of being a double agent, allegedly passing secrets to the Germans. The evidence against her was circumstantial, based largely on intercepted messages that referred to a spy named H-21, which the French believed was Mata Hari. She was arrested, tried in a military court, and executed by firing squad on October 15, 1917. Her story remains a compelling mix of myth and reality, highlighting the complex interplay of gender, power, and intrigue during wartime. In the early 16th century, the Aztec Empire was a vast and sophisticated civilization in what is now Mexico. One of the most fascinating and tragic episodes in their history is the arrival of Hernán Cortés and the Spanish conquistadors in 1519. The Aztecs, led by Emperor Moctezuma II, initially mistook Cortés for the god Quetzalcoatl, fulfilling a prophecy about the god's return. This misconception allowed Cortés to enter the Aztec capital, Tenochtitlan, unopposed. Despite being vastly outnumbered, Cortés forged alliances with other indigenous groups who resented Aztec rule. The Spanish weaponry, tactics, and the devastating impact of European diseases like smallpox, to which the Aztecs had no immunity, played crucial roles in the conquest. After a brutal siege in 1521, Tenochtitlan fell, marking the collapse of the Aztec Empire. This event not only led to the Spanish colonization of Mexico, but also dramatically altered the course of history, leading to the eventual creation of a new, blended culture that still shapes Mexico today. The fall of the Aztecs is a stark reminder of the complexities and consequences of cultural encounters and conquests.